I'm wearing my jersey again today, just so that Britt will be clear on where I stand on the upcoming football game on Sunday between the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. And I think we all know who's going to win. Okay, this week we were talking about the way we would change the endings to our favorite, or one of our favorite anime, and due to the nature of this, just like everyone else, I'm going to be saying spoiler, so if you don't want things that I mentioned to be spoiled, you can just stop watching the video, or you can keep watching the video as you plug your ears and just go la 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 if you want, we appreciate the view, so whatever you want to do with it, you can do that. I mean, you already started watching it, so it counts, so do what you want to do. Anyway, what I would change, when I was trying to decide which one I wanted to do, one of the ones I thought of maybe to do would be Striad. Not because I didn't like the ending, because I did, but I thought it was interesting and an interesting way to go there. But then I was like, nah, I'll do something else, because, I don't know, I just thought, now I'll do something else, and then Noah did it, so that works, that's good, that means it's covered, so good job. And, I didn't think of Death Note, but, excuse me, Britt took a rather, similar to the way I might go with Death Note there. I mean, just with getting rid of some characters there. I mean, I'd probably go further than she would with getting rid of characters, and arcs, I would go, but anyway, that's not the one I chose, so, he's my friend, and he knows what team's the best, even if they don't win all the time. Anyway, back to anime and away from football. Yes, I lost my train of thought there, because football is awesome. Anyway, but I decided to touch on 3 things, actually, but one of them doesn't count, and one of them sort of counts, but not really, but the third one really does count. Anyway, one I want to touch on was, as I mentioned in practically every video I do for this channel, Fullmetal Alchemist. Loved the first series, and I enjoyed the movie, but I would have preferred that the first series went away and ended in the way of the manga, which the second series is supposed to do, because it's following the manga more closely, so that one really doesn't count. But yeah, so there you go. I mean, I like those, but I had always wanted it to be a little closer to the manga, and then the series came out, and they're like, we're going to follow the manga, so then, that's cool. Another thing, Eureka 7. Loved the series. The ending was a little bit inconclusive. You can kind of tell what they were hinting at, but I would have liked a more conclusive ending, a little more building off the series when they did the movie, but the movie went in a completely different direction. It's like the same characters, similar universe, but a completely different story, and it was awful. I'm sorry, that's just how I feel about it. It was awful, and I remember when I went to see it in the theaters, and I was really bummed out because it was terrible, but I stayed afterwards to watch the documentary about making it, and they had stuff with the American voice actors a little bit and things like that, but there was a part where the director of it was talking about he could have done and continue on the story, but he thought the viewer should want something new, and I completely disagreed, because if you go on the internet, back in the few years before they had the movie, they're talking about, extra episodes that complete the story, and a movie that completes the story, and things like that, and I just hated the movie. I mean, the series as a whole has an ending, and I like that, but I would have done the movie differently. Moving on even further to something else, because that one only sort of counts because it's the movie, and I don't count the movie, but another series I really like, Ouran High School Host Club, and I feel, and you can hate me if this comes off as sexist, but I feel like such a silly little girl, not little girl, but I feel like such a girl saying this, but the way that I mean, the anime didn't go as far as the manga, but the way the manga ended and the way the anime sort of ended and hinted at, I mean, it was good. It was an enjoyable series, but I will always be a Mori and Haruhi. I can't pronounce that. Some of us have trouble pronouncing that name, but I will always be a Mori Haruhi shipper. When I started watching the series and I started reading the manga, yeah. I'm a dork, I know, and this goes into like the whole thing we talk about demographics, me getting into shoujo. I said that Oran was that. I do enjoy the romance stories, and I was going for that one. I didn't like the Tamaki and Haruhi, or the whichever one of the twins, or I think there was someone for like everyone. I don't know about there are many shippers for Honey and Haruhi, but yeah, so I think I would have had this, almost like a lot of the story go different and them like go together, I suppose. I mean, they didn't do too much characterization with him, but I know there are a lot of Mori Haruhi shippers out there, so I feel it's so weird that I would go for a pairing for this, for my main one, but yeah, so that's what I got. I think it's Sarah tomorrow. I think that's what they established, if I remember. My memory's bad, but yeah, I think it's Sarah tomorrow and then AJ Friday, something like that. But we're looking forward to hearing from you guys, and Britt, Sunday.